Hi, my name is Jill Hunley, and today I will be informing you on 3 different genres of dance. When I was in the 3rd grade, I finally talked my mom into letting me join a dance studio, and ever since that moment, it has been the biggest part of my life. I even took my dance training and joined a college pom squad. Dancing really isn't as easy as everyone thinks it is, but if you are watching the right people perform, they should be making it look effortless. There are many aspects that go into dancing that people on the outside of the dance world don't really know about. Dancing is something that has been around almost longer than anything else. The first recorded dancing was in India during 6000 BC. However, before people could talk, they would dance to express their feelings. This isn't the type of dancing I'm going to be talking about, though. I'm going to be informing you on 3 popular types of dance and how they differ. The first genre I will talk about is tap dancing. Webster's Dictionary defines tap dancing as a step dance tapped out audibly by means of shoes with hard soles or soles and heels to which taps have been added. Tap dance goes back in time to Africa when they would spiritually dance by moving in a circle, clapping their hands, stomping their feet, and patting their bodies to the rhythm the drums were playing. Slaves were the ones that brought tap dancing to America. The slaves developed this dance by making sounds from their feet and hands. Although the aluminum heel and toe taps didn't appear until about 1910, they still found ways to make their sounds come to life by chugging, scooping, brushing, and shuffling movements of their feet. After the shoe was invented, movies began showing tap dancing to express happiness. Even with movies showing this type of dance, during the 1940s, tap dancing underwent a downfall because it became a controversial issue for African Americans, mainly because they thought it was being used to mock the early slaves. In the late 1980s, the film Tap helped this genre of dance come back to life. Today in America, tap dancing is still a major part of dance. Many kids learn to tap before they learn any other kind of dancing. Now that I have given you some background on the life of tap dancing, the second genre of dance I will be talking about is ballet dancing. Ballet is a type of performance that originated in the Italian Renaissance courts of the 15th century and later developed into a concert dance form in France and Russia. By 1661, a dance academy had opened in Paris, and in 1861, ballet moved from the courts to the stage. During the 19th century, a new norm known as point work became the norm for a ballerina, which helped the popularity of ballet soar in Russia. During this time, the romantic tutu, a calf-length full skirt made of tulle, was introduced. After ballet became so popular, Russian choreographers and composers took it to a new level, creating the greatest ballets still known to man, such as The Nutcracker, The Sleeping Beauty, and Swan Lake. The main purpose of these ballets was to display classical technique to the fullest. The classical tutu, much shorter and stiffer than the romantic tutu, was introduced to reveal more of a ballerina's leg and show the difficulty of her movements and footwork. Today, modern ballet has made many changes from the classical ballet days. The costumes aren't only tutus anymore, and the movement doesn't have to be so precise. Now that I have taken you through the history of tap and ballet dancing, the last and final genre of dance I will talk about is hip-hop dancing. Hip-hop is thought to have begun in New York City in the late 1960s to early 70s. This dance form was meant for the people and not for the stage. When this genre of dance first started, it was performative, but an informal dance culture. In the 80s and 90s, more clubs featured hip-hop DJs. This often caused competitions, which then further became a bigger deal. Whether the competitions were advertised in advance or just happened, this competitive nature helped hip-hop retain the battle culture they have had since the beginning. Today, hip-hop is practiced widely on the stage and has developed into something so much more than just a battle. If there is any genre of dance that you can express yourself the most in, it is definitely hip-hop. Hip-hop is mainly about making your moves super big and a lot of intricate movements. Dancing doesn't always intrigue everyone, but if they watch a dancer who is great at what they do, I'm sure they would love it for those few minutes.